Thanks, ASAP.
Thanks,
Welcome to Wake Up Missoula. I'm your host, Scott Ramp.
And I'm also your host, Noelle McFoy. And good morning, everyone.
And it's Friday. It is Friday, and I'm glad it's Friday because then I can sleep in on the weekend.
Yeah.
But of course, I don't have much going on after this morning show.
No?
Yeah,
That's
the
nice.
rest of the day is just like clear, all smooth sailing.
Nice.
I might take a nap.
Oh my God, Scott, stop. Don't get too crazy. It's only 8 in the morning.
It's only 8 in the morning. All right, so we have some nice weather, but of course,
But it doesn't look
it doesn't look too nice.
No.
I think it's about 20% chance of thunderstorms, it's telling us, but it's been, it's been teasing back and forth. I've been unclear, you carry a spring jacket in your backpack.
Yeah, but it's
other than that,
warm.
it's been nice. I could barely get any sleep last night. It was so hot. It was a hot night last night. And it's going to be another hot night as well tonight with a high of 79 degrees. So if we take a look at the National Weather Service, it is currently 53 degrees outside with a high of 79 happening later. And then, of course, tonight you have a 30% chance of scattered showers. And then 70% chance of showers happening on Saturday through the weekend. And then Sunday you can see some thunderstorms, and then you can see it continuing on and throughout the next week.
Yeah.
So it's going to be scattered thunderstorms,
Warmer
weather, and all that stuff. But we have a lot of guests on today.
We do. We have a loaded show.
We have a loaded show.
We're like a loaded potato.
We're like a loaded potato. I've never heard that before.
I know. That's okay.
We have Hatton Littman and Susan Hay Patrick from the Missoula County Public Schools. But of course, Ms. Susan Hay is representing this United Way, and Hatton Littman is the director of... Okay, I gotta take one breath at this. Hatton Littman is the Director of Technology and Communications of the Missoula County Public Schools. Did I say
Nice,
it?
good job. Yeah,
okay,
that was good. Nice.
And then we have Ellie Fontenot, and she is for Washington Children's Shelter, so they're doing the Bike for Shelter tomorrow. And of course, we have Susan Kohler, the CEO of Missoula Aging Service, to talk about Elder Abuse Awareness Month happening in June.
We've got a bunch of bigwigs on our show today.
Bigwigs.
Guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is real.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But of course, we have some trending videos. There's one trending video, and it represents an NBA player's daughter, Riley Curry. And I think this is a really hilarious pic on how it's like to be a famous parent with a diva as a daughter. So here is a little taste of, I guess like a after interview.
Yeah, diva. Here's a diva.
Kids say the darndest things.
What did you learn from your conversations with them, and kind of did you get a real idea
You can see how he's just like kind of not looking at her, but he's like trying to control her.
Got this opportunity from talking to them.
Hold on, we try it again. I'm gonna let her go. Yeah, we're very.
It gets a little ridiculous after a while.
There's obviously storylines all throughout the playoffs and things that you get through to to win a championship, and everybody's got to be locked in.
She's just like, Dad, I'm here too. That's pretty funny. Cute.
Of course, we have a lot of other stuff going on in the show, but I want to talk about what's happening with MCAT. Of course, MCAT's going to be closed for the week of June 12th through the 18th. So we just want to put that out there for you guys. But we'll still be doing our show. Wake Up Missoula, if you want to be on our show and get in contact with us, you can log on to www.wix.com/ actually it's wakeupmissoula.wix.com/wakeupmissoula.
It's very long.
It's a long title. But if you Google us, you can find us really easily.
So here's our website. You can also like us on Facebook. You can also like us on Twitter. And that's a great photo. I haven't seen that one. And you can like Missoula Community Access Television on Twitter,
where we post our programming and more.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you can also like us on Facebook as well. And it's going on to our website, mcat.org. And, of course, we have our MCAT summer camps. We still have them open. And, of course, as soon as school gets out, parents are going to be like, I need to get my kids out of my face and out of my house. And why don't you sign them up for some MCAT film camp where they learn how to shoot some wildlife, shoot some animation, or even work together in a group project.
And make a full-length movie.
And make lasting friends that'll last forever.
Forever.
Well, production friends, they make movies in the future. We've had a couple kids come back.
Yeah.
As soon as they get a car, they start coming back to MCAT.
As soon as they get a car, As soon as they get a car, they always come back.
They always
come. Because they can drive here.
All right. But of course, we do have some new programming happening tonight and tomorrow night. The first of which is the Global Public Health Series, and they're talking about health in the Middle East. And of course, the next piece is called Hacking Rural Medicine, and that's happening tomorrow night at 10 p.m. But of course, you can see all this and more by logging on to MCAT.org on our video on demand schedule.
Yeah.
So when we come back from this, we'll have Hatton Lindman and Susan. Hey, Patrick. I just wanted to say that. I had to say it once, and I'm going to say it one more time when she comes on. Maybe angrily.
Yeah. No, you got to do like, hey, Patrick.
All right, so we'll be right back right after this.
A couple of months of intensive medical Spanish and clinical work in Guatemala, and then also got to spend another 5 months in East Africa, working in Tanzania this time on a small island just north of Zanzibar called Pemba, which is a very heavily influenced by Arab culture. It's an entirely Muslim community, traditional Muslim community, and got to work on a research project looking at hookworm infections among elementary school children who had been treated with multiple courses of mebendazole medication to look at whether they were developing resistance.
It gives me great pleasure to invite the leader and the committee chair of the Organizing Committee for Rural Hacking Medicine, Monica Bourgeot. Monica, please.
So we've seen a tremendous amount of innovation this weekend. In fact, I'm just blown away. So I thought it would be appropriate to start with one of my favorite quotes from my absolute favorite innovator, Steve Jobs. And I think it's quite appropriate. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules.
Hey, we're here with Hatton Lindman and Susan Hay Patrick, and they're here to talk about a certain bond that's happening at the Missoula County system involving the public schools. So, care to tell the audience?
Yes, I would love to. Yes. Good morning, Noelle and Scott.
Good morning.
And we're excited to tell you about two bond projects, actually. There's one for our elementary district that covers our K through 5 and our middle schools, and one for our high school district that covers all of our high schools, including, by the way, Sealy Lake High School that's in the Missoula County Public Schools district.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
So we'll vote on those bond projects in the November 3rd election. And for the high school district, that bond totals $70 million, and it will fund improvements to all of our major urban high schools, as well as Willard Alternative Program and Sealy Swan High School. And then in the elementary district, that's an $88 million bond project.
Awesome, awesome. And so what is it going to encompass? Like, can you tell us like some general things that'll improve?
I would love to. So first of all, it's important to note it touches every single school in the district. So it'll impact every community Missoula-wide. And it focuses on three major things. Safety and security improvements, deferred maintenance is included in that, technology improvements, which we desperately need, as well as improving our classroom learning environments, which, by the way, we don't have enough space for students right now. I'm actually looking for 5 new modified classroom spaces for incoming kindergartners for next year.
Because I heard you guys are having quite a surplus of kindergartners coming into the school system. Can you talk more about that, like the population-wise?
Well, we're expecting over 900 students in the next decade, but right now we're seeing that push in our youngest students. So elementary schools are feeling the crunch, and we're anticipating as many as 200 additional kindergartners than we had last year.
Wow.
Interesting. Wow.
And of course, your newest school building is, I think it's it's Paxson, isn't it?
Actually, our newest school building is Chief Charlo
Right.
Elementary School that's up in the South Hills.
Oh, okay.
But the average age of Missoula County Public Schools building is about 57 years.
Oh, wow.
So it's time.
It is
to
time.
bring the facilities and technology up to date and in keeping with 21st century learning.
Yeah, I was. I've been doing the meetings for the MCPS for the last year and a half or greater than. I don't know. It kind of feels like a long
Great
time.
service that provides.
Yeah, and
You too.
one of the things that I found very interesting is that you had somebody who looks to the system in Montana, and the grade of the Montana school systems are like at a D+ because of the facilities.
It's a D-, in fact. That was a report done statewide by the American Society of Civil Engineers on infrastructure statewide, and schools across the state received a D- because they are all in need of investment. The last time we invested in schools in Missoula was 1954 at this level in a comprehensive way. And I do want to make sure you know, my friend Susan Haypatrick, who's a wonderful dear friend, is also a colleague of mine, and she's representing the Citizens Campaign that is supporting these two bonds.
Nice.
And can you tell us more about the Citizens Campaign?
Sure. More than 250 local business, education, labor, nonprofit, faith, and community leaders signed a letter urging the Missoula County Board of Trustees, Public School Board of Trustees, to place these measures on the ballot. And our committee is sort of amplifying their voice, speaking on behalf of them, saying it's time to invest in Missoula, in our kids, in our future. It's the right thing to do. It's the responsible thing to do. It's the Missoula thing to do.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's about time. Gosh, 54? That's a long time ago.
And of course, the last money that that Missoula County Public School asked for in an election was the reserve fund, right? Back in the 90s?
Well, there were building reserves that were requested actually in the 2000s. We have a 2009 and a 2011 building reserve, and building reserves are designed to support the ongoing maintenance costs of buildings.
Oh, so it's
They don't pay for
those bonds are
construction.
more of the reactive bonds rather than the proactive bond that you're trying to implement this year.
Well, building reserves pay for ongoing maintenance and supply costs to keep the buildings going. Bonds pay for big capital construction projects that are really needed at this time.
Yeah, and I mean, it seems like all the schools came when you guys were doing assessments and trying to figure out which
Right.
buildings needed more, and some of the teachers and some of the principals were great about it as well, because they were saying like, we have leaky roofs, but I think we'll manage just fine, just a couple patches here and there.
Yeah.
But
Put some buckets down.
yeah, but
Yeah, we have teachers teaching in closets. You know, the teachers have put up with an awful lot and been very patient. But really, it's time to change that. And we think of MCPS as forward-thinking, high-achieving. We need to give kids and teachers the facilities and technology that match that philosophy.
all right.
I agree. Yeah.
Well, where can people find more information about MCPS and this bond?
Well, there are two great websites. One is our school district website that has every bit of information that's been uncovered about the project and research about demographics, etc. And that's mcpsmt.org. And then the other website is the campaign website that Susan's part of.
Which is invest in Missoula schools.
Nice. All right, so you have anything else you want to say?
Thanks, Sadie.
We just want to thank you for the opportunity to come talk about it, and certainly folks in the community can feel free to call me directly, contact me through our school's website, or through our main number, 728-2400.
Perfect.
And we look forward to educating voters about the importance of these.
Yes, it's very important. Education is key. Yeah.
All right, thank you guys so much
for having
coming
us.
on our morning show.
Have a great day.
And we have a lot more guests coming up right after this.
There. Say, we're at an MCAT camp right now, and over the past summer, we've had many of them, so many that I can't keep track. And during these camps, we've had groups making movies all day long. It's a really great thing. And you can sign your child up today. The thing is, MCAT camps are amazing and fun, and everyone loves them. So, if you're thinking of camps to put your child in this summer to get them away from you, choose MCAT, because we know what we're doing, I think. And everything is just spectacular. Here I am, cat. Here I am, cat. Everything is cool. Here I am, cat. Here I am, cat. Everything is cool with a K.
Hey, we're here with Allie Fontenot, and she's here to talk about the Bike for Shelter that's happening tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes,
Lots
and
of
so
children bike for shelter.
What's going on?
So tomorrow, Saturday, May 30th, is our 15th annual Bike for Shelter.
Awesome.
Yeah. We have our typical 2-mile and 11-mile bike ride, a bike rodeo where the kids can earn a bike medal. New this year, Played Against Sports is putting together a little Strider bike course. Have y'all seen the Strider bikes?
I'm not sure.
It's for toddlers, so they're the little bikes without training wheels where they can put their feet down.
Oh, yeah.
And so they're going to put up an obstacle course where the kids can run around and, again, earn a medal.
Nice.
After the bike rides, barbecue. What else? Carnival games.
That sounds awesome. Where is all this located?
It's all out at Fort Missoula Community Medical Center.
And how long has it been going on there?
15 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so, what else is going to go on? Do you guys have like food or games or anything like that?
We do. So Montana Rail Link is our premier sponsor, and they come out, a big group of Montana Rail employees and their family members come out and prepare a big barbecue. Then we have snow cones and cotton candy, costume contest.
Fun.
So don't forget your costumes.
Nice.
Superheroes encouraged, princess, very popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And so, what do all the proceeds from this benefit?
Oh, I'm glad you asked.
Yeah.
All of the proceeds from the event go to Watson Children's Shelter in support of our mission to provide a safe and nurturing home to Montana children who have been abused or neglected. And, really our programming is about making the children that are in our homes have life experiences like all children. So they go camping, they take swimming lessons in the summertime, but also just providing a warm bed, full meals, and so on and so forth.
And this is one of your more popular events. What other outreach events does Watson's Children's Shelter do?
Well, we have 2 major fundraising events, so Bike for Shelter, and then in the fall we have a tennis event. It's the Peak Tennis Pro-Am, and that's September 16th. We do a live auction of tennis pros and then a weekend tournament with the pros.
Wow.
Yeah, so 2 major events that provide a pretty critical portion of the funding for the shelter, again, to provide those experiences for the children. Birthday parties, Christmas presents.
Yeah, I've been showing up the website a little bit. Could you talk a little bit about the website?
Sure. If you go to the website, well, registration is actually closed right now, but bikeforshelter.com will give you more information. There is, like I said, online registration is closed, but you can certainly show up tomorrow morning and register in the morning.
Perfect.
Yeah, so all the information, the schedule, our sponsors, all right there on bikeforshelter.com.
Nice.
And how many kids do you guys usually have in your shelter at a time?
We have 24 children. We are at capacity right now with 24 children we have 2 homes.
Okay.
So we have 16 children in one home and 8 children in the other. And we serve children from infant to age 14.
Yeah, and that always seems to be the case. There's not enough room for there's not enough shelter for all these kids, and there's a lot of great organizations like Watson's Children's Shelter to help these kids in these time of need.
Yeah, and the Missoula community, as you all know, is very supportive of Watson Children's Shelter, and we're very thankful and grateful for all the support that we receive, and Bike for Shelter being one of those. And not only is it supporting the shelter, it's fun. You know, come out and support a great cause and bring your family, and there's really something for everybody at the event, from the little guys all the way up to teens. So
great. So one more time, when and where's the event?
Okay, so it's tomorrow morning. Registration opens at 8 a.m. and it's out at Fort Missoula at the Community Medical Center. If you drive out to Community Medical Center, you'll see we're going to start setting up here this morning, and you'll see the bounce house and the bike rodeo. There's going to be a lot of activity going on.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us this morning. Do you have anything else you want to say?
I don't think so. I just encourage people to come on out and have a good time tomorrow morning and support a good cause. Thank y'all.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We will be right back after this.
I'm Montana Hope. I am Montana Hope. I am Montana Hope.
For the last 30 years, the Montana Hope Project has been granting wishes to Montana children who face life-threatening illnesses.
I'm Montana Hope.
To make a donation and help their wishes come true, please visit montanahope.org.
We are Montana Hope!
Operator 901, where's the emergency?
127 Brynmere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushroom.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency line.
Do you know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Okay, is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Hey, we're here with Susan Kohler from Missoula Aging Service. She is
CEO.
the CEO.
Oh.
I guess you could say the original OG of Missoula Aging Service.
Pretty much.
OG of the MAS.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of look at it as the QC, which is Queen of Champions. Yeah.
So tell us about what's happening next month. It's a big month.
It is. It's Elder Abuse Awareness Month for the whole entire month, but we're doing a special event on the 11th of June where we're going to be showing the movie Fleeced, which is about the financial exploitation part of elder abuse.
Right. And let's dive in. What is the biggest cause for elder abuse?
Well, similar to children, it's the same types of abuse. It's the financial, it's emotional, physical, and sexual abuse. And it is often a silent problem because of older adults who end up in these situations are more isolated, and so people don't know what's going on. The part of the financial exploitation, 1 in 5 older adults will experience financial exploitation, and unfortunately most of it's done by family members. But the other important part of it is Montana SMP program is also involved in this Awareness Day, and they are also trying to empower older adults to avoid scams, which is huge, and also to look at the health records kind of abuse that can go on, which is misbilling or inappropriate billing from your healthcare provider. And so we want older adults to learn how to read their healthcare benefits, to make sure that the charges are correct and those kinds of things. But the main thing we really want people to know is that it happens in families, it happens with people who have cognitive issues, and we need all the eyes and ears of people in the community, the institutions, everything, to look at when things don't seem quite right.
What should people? So let's say you are an elder, or you're the grandchild of one of these elders, and you kind of feel like your grandparent or you're being abused. Who do you call? How do you know how to see the signs?
Well, first of all, if you have any suspect of any kind of abuse, that you have when somebody's being isolated, always with you, with your grandparent, they can't go anywhere without this other person always with them, and they don't seem to be able to speak on their own. They're always speaking for them. Those are just some of the signs, especially when they go to a bank and they're asking for money. Again, these people can have power of attorney, which means they legally are able to do that, but a court can ask for the accounting, the financial accounting, even if you have a power of attorney. But if you have any suspect, you call APS, Adult Protective Services. I don't have their number off the top of my head, but you can always call our agency and we can give you that number. And I tell people, if you have any suspect call and explain to an adult protective services worker what you're seeing, etc., and they can do an investigation.
And of course, the Missoula Aging Service has has programs to prevent a lot of this stuff from happening, and it also have some additional education and training for them as well. So, what kind of classes do you guys offer for in this realm of things?
Well, what the main thing that we're offering in this particular thing is the event on June 11th. It's at the Roxy Theater, starting at 2:30, and goes till 4. People will get to view the movie, and then we'll have a panel of experts who will be there to talk about what they do as it pertains to elder abuse, and then the audience will be able to ask questions. So education is a big component of awareness and working on the problem. You also raise a good point. Aging services, we do have a variety of programs because our mission is to help with people's independence, dignity, and health, along with support to their caregivers. And so we offer a variety of programs and services and education, and this is a very important part of what we feel is important for us to get out to the community, is that awareness.
Yeah.
It's just sad. I mean, when you say 1 in 5, and I've heard people have gotten over $500,000 taken, and often you can't even recover the money once you do.
Exactly.
But there's some satisfaction to see them go to jail.
Yeah, but there is. Yeah.
That's a good note to leave it on. Where can people find more information about the Missoula Aging Service, and how? And one more time, when and where is this event?
Okay, it's on June 11th at the Roxy Theater from 2:30 to 4, and the agency's phone number is 728-7682, and our website is www.missoulaagingservices.org, and you can go and see what programs and services and other educational opportunities.
Cool. Awesome.
Cool.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thank you.
Such an exciting topic.
Yeah, well, it's very important. It really is, and it's such an issue. And like you said, 1 in 5, that's outrageous.
I know.
It's like there's 4 people right here. If there's one other person, it could be them.
Yeah.
It's a very important thing.
It is, when you think about the vulnerability of somebody and it being a family member. One of the things I did mention, but is you had asked the why, and the whys often is when people see that an older adult might end up in an institution which costs like $7,000 a month.
Yeah.
They're going to see their inheritance disappear.
Yeah, they get desperate.
So they get worried and desperate, and they say, I'm going to take care of mom, and I'm going to get what I feel like I'm entitled to.
Which is terrible.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Isn't it nice to raise wretched children?
Yeah, right.
And there's no guarantees. There's no guarantees.
There's no guarantees. Yeah.
No. So.
Well, thank you, Susan.
Thanks. Sure.
Thank you so much. We'll be
Be
right
right
back
back.
after this.
I thought we were done.
We are.
This upcoming summer, there's a lot of new movies premiering. For example, a sequel to Jurassic Park is coming out next month, called Jurassic World. Have you ever heard of the franchise Jurassic Park?
Absolutely.
Have you seen any of the movies?
I've seen all of them. I think Jurassic Park 1, Jurassic Park 2, I think.
No.
What?
Yes. I've not, actually.
First one is way better, second one and third one.
Excellent acting. The cinematography is beautiful and stunning. It just, oh God.
We have. I saw the original, but I'm not so sure I will see the new one.
Yes, I have.
Have you ever seen any of their movies?
No, I don't think so.
What was your favorite movie from your childhood?
Django Unchained.
From your childhood?
Actually, I take that back. SpongeBob
You
SquarePants
can't
the
just
movie.
spring that on me. Monsters, Inc.
SpongeBob
Holes.
SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants the movie.
Well, right now I really like Mary Poppins.
I'd have to agree with her.
I like The Sound of Music.
My favorite movies that I can remember, I like the Rocky series. I'm in my 40s and I've watched all the Rockies, and now I'm watching them with my 7-year-old, so it's going to be kind of cool because I really liked them when I was about his age, and now he's watching them. So, yeah.
Old franchises like Star Wars is getting new movies too. this December, their 7th sequel is to be released. What do you think about this?
Well, we've really never watched Star Wars, so.
What do you guys think about the film industry bringing in old movies and then adding new expansions with it?
If they do a good job with it, it's good. It depends how they do it.
I think that the old ones are probably better because they're original, but I think it's really cool to have it like remade. It'd be kind of cool to see that too.
I'm really excited about it because I've got a 65-inch high-def TV at home that I really enjoy, and so movies like The Hobbit and movies that have great visual effects are pretty cool to watch at home now, a lot better than they used to be. And so I'm really excited for Star Wars 7 to come out, just to kind of see the updated version of all the graphics.
I would like to see Star Wars, with better special effects.
Okay, I'm excited for it because I think, or I should say, I hope they realize what they did wrong in the prequels and corrected their mistake.
Yeah. And if you were ever to be in a movie, what movie would you dream to be in?
Fast and Furious.
7. And we want to drive.
Yeah. There's this movie called The Client List, and it's about a massage therapist. And I think it'd be cool to be here, not because of that, but because she seems like a really good person who has her shit together.
Okay.
Gilbert Grape.
Oh, with
Leonardo DiCaprio.
And Johnny Depp.
Absolutely.
Oh, I just saw that.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Quentin Tarantino movie.
Wouldn't it be Django too?
It would be. I'd be, instead of Jamie Foxx being a slave, I'd be like an indentured servant in like colonial America, and I'd kill people.
Mean Girls.
What's
Mean Girls.
Okay.
Cool. And we're back. That was On the Street, provided by the Sentinel Media Academy.
Good job, kids.
Yes, and it was about movies this summer. Are you excited for any brand spanking new movies this summer?
Well, I really wanted to see Mad Max. Have you seen that yet?
Yes.
How was it?
It's really good.
Yeah.
And what I really don't like about it is that people keep on tagging the feminists and feminism on it. I don't I have nothing against feminists. Just saying, I just don't like people putting ists or isms on anything.
Yeah, I don't
ever.
Either. Yeah, it's weird.
It's a great movie. It was a wonderful movie. And Mad Max, in the whole movie, he only had like 5 lines. That's really? Mad Max. It's like, you already know his story. If you watch the first movie, it's about him, but then the next couple movies, it's about the community. He's just an observer. He is basically, I think it's the best way of showing a movie is basically through his eyes.
Cool.
And you get to see the world around him.
Yeah.
And the main character in that movie was, what's her face? Charlize Theron.
Oh, nice.
She's really tall too.
Is she really?
Yeah, she's like 5'11".
Oh wow, I didn't know
she's
that.
She's a tall lady.
Cool. Yeah, it sounds like a really cool movie. I'd like to see that. Other than that, I don't really
For movie's
know.
sake, it's a great movie. Just period. It's just a wonderful movie to watch. High energy, just great, wonderful time.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. Thanks, Scott. I'll have to check it out. Makes me want to watch it. But we've got some events for your weekend. Up first, we've got Family Fun Time starting at 9:30 this morning. This is for an open gym for ages walking to 12 years. They offer a supervised and safe environment full of obstacle courses, trampolines, and foam pits. It's $5 for members and $8 for non-members. And then they've got Family Fun Time at the Y starting at 9:30. This is for families and children to just go and, they've got like bounce houses and activities and scooters and softy hockey and lots of things. It's $17 for a family without a membership. Tiny Tales is going on at the Missoula Public Library. This is for birth to 36 months. And it's songs, finger plays, nursery rhymes, stories. Yeah.
Finger plays.
Stuff like that. No one can see that, Scott.
I know.
Scott's being weird. And then Family Story Time is going on at 10:30 a.m. at the Missoula Public Library. Theme story time on the Dragon Rug, which may include songs and an art activity. Then we've got our preschool playgroup at Bitterroot Gymnastics. This is for ages walking to 5. $8 a drop-in, $12 for siblings, and they set up different stations and activities around the gym, and then parents and children get to rotate and choose what they want to do. And then we've got, for Spectrum Discovery area, their Discovery Bench is Oobleck, and their Brain Lab is Brain Games.
Nice.
Starts at 11, yeah. Then Yarns is at the Missoula Public Library at noon. This is where all crocheters and knitters can get together and craft and gossip and eat some lunch.
Nice.
Yeah, have fun. Teen Writers Group is at the Missoula Public Library starting at 3:30 today. This is for teen writers who need some inspiration or feedback and want to eat some chocolate. And then at Harmony Stables, located on 3500 Duncan Drive, they're doing a bluegrass benefit for climate action. This is put on by 350 Missoula and Blue Skies campaign, which we had the Blue Skies guys on here a while ago. And it's a bluegrass performed by the Gravelies, and there'll be short readings from local environmental writers and other fun activities. Then, as we talked about a couple weeks ago, we had Foster on, who's helped put together Camp Days, which is Little Music Fest. Has been going on around Missoula.
And it launched yesterday.
Yeah, it did, yeah. So yesterday it happened, and then today and tomorrow it'll still continue to go on.
Yep. All through the week.
So today is Camp Days Day 2, Feeling Ripe. That's what they call it. And so they have bands at Free Cycles. They've got a bunch of bands at Free Cycles. They've got Ancient Forest Band, Heavy Petting, E.G., and Dog Breath.
So we got bands from Seattle, Washington, and Phoenix, Arizona.
Yep, and Missoula. Yeah, so that'll be at Free Cycles starting at 6 p.m. this evening. There is traditional Irish music at the Union Club starting at 6 p.m.
One
this
of my
evening.
favorite things.
I know. It's cool. Yeah.
It's just good music.
It is.
I don't like putting labels on things like Irish. Or Irish. Just saying. It's just
like
good
the
music in
label.
general. It's like I'm labelless.
Stop. Okay.
See, like I have this like MCAT shirt on and it's like labelless.
Don't even look at his label.
I'm just like looking like this. Label.
He loves America.
No, I pledge allegiance to the patch on my MCAT
Pledge allegiance
shirt.
to Missoula Community Access Television. Under Missoula.
Under Charter Communications.
Under Charter Communications.
Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. On air of MCAT Community Access Television.
Cha, brother.
Yeah, cha, brother.
Okay, up next we have Family Friendly Friday at the Top Hat Lounge with Pine Grass. This is from 6 to 8. Oh, excuse me. And this is a time where parents can enjoy the company of friends or dance with their kids. Pretty much just kids get crazy and parents get drink with their friends.
Yeah, there's no nice way of saying it.
Yeah, kids get crazy and the parents drink with their friends.
Yeah.
If you need some birth control, go on down.
Oh, okay, settle down.
Oh, stop. It's
Move
just
on.
a joke. Just a joke. Okay, so we have got some more music from Camp Days going on. We've got stuff going on at Zootown Arts Community Center. They've got folk punk. Yeah, that's what it says. Folk punk, yeah. That's what it says
With,
on the page.
4 H's.
Yeah. So it's got Twin and Pachow Kabang.
Wow.
And they are from, Manitoba and Minneapolis.
And that's part of the,
Winnipeg, yeah.
is that part of Camp Days or?
I think so, yeah, pretty sure.
I like the whole, if you look at the label, it says, Zach Below.
The Zach Below. Here, I'll make that bigger for you guys. Oh,
Zach Below.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I think it's a good
awesome.
label.
It's an awesome label.
Yeah.
And it everyone's all about the underground, and even if they don't know about it, it's just it's like you think about it and you're just like, oh, the Zach Zoo Arts Community whatever. I was like, oh, underground? Ooh, what's that?
My God.
Ooh, what does that
They
mean?
have a
It's like,
basement?
can I do naughty things down there? But I don't know. I don't know what people do when they go underground.
Me either. It's weird. They
Avoid
either
the sun
hide,
or get white as me.
they hide.
Look at me.
They
I'm
get
so
white
white.
as Scott.
Yeah.
Or else they dig for gold. They're mining.
That would be awesome.
That's a lot of things people do underground is mining. It's crazy. Okay.
But remember, when you're mining, you gotta protect the environment
Yeah. So stop mining.
from the mole people.
So you should mine, but don't mine.
Except if there's mole people, then you'd have to avoid the mole people. Just saying.
Just saying. But you should definitely mine. Okay,
I
so
don't
up
like
next,
the mole people.
Stage 112 has got some music going on. The Shiveries, okay, this is hard. The Shiveries, Sasha Bell Band, and Tiny Plastic Stars are all going to be playing at Stage 112 at 8 p.m. this evening. It's $5. Show starts at 8.
I don't think you're allowed to say that on television.
$5.
Shiveries.
Oh, shiveries. Bottom feeders are going to be at the Union Club at 9. And then we've got Tom Catmull and Radio Static is going to be at the Sunrise Saloon at 9:30.
Nice. I love their
Yeah,
bands.
me too. And then
Sunrise Saloon is not. It's not their genre. It's interesting.
It is, yeah. Sacred Cow is going to be at the Palace at 9:30.
Oh, I've heard them. They're really good.
Are they?
Yeah.
Cool.
They're like surprisingly good. I was like Sacred Cow, and they were playing at the open mic night at the University Center.
Oh, nice, yeah. UC Center.
UC Center.
University Center.
But it was like the big open mic night, and they were playing. They're like the I guess.
What kind of music are they?
Kind of like gypsy funk.
Gypsy, yeah, funk, psychedelic,
really psychedelic.
maybe.
Yeah, psychedelic.
Cool.
I think it was really good. Honestly, I suggest going to see Sacred Cow at the Palace, and it's free.
9:30, full free.
Full free.
And then Jameson and the Sword Seas with Ticket Sauce is going to be at the Top Hat Lounge at 10. Yeah. So that's what's going on for Friday. Up next, we're going to switch gears and go over to Asaph's.
What's up, Asaph?
Well, this is going to probably be the most different story I've ever done. For those trivia buffs who happen to be watching this program at the beginning, the name of the song that I played was a song called Fractured Fairy Tales.
Okay.
That was the theme song. And
That gives me shivers down my spine when you said Fractured Fairy Tales.
Yeah, that's the name of it, Fractured Fairy Tales. And that's, of course, from the Rocky and Bullwinkle cartoon in the 60s. And the character we're talking about is Dudley Do-Right. Dudley Do-Right was created by Alex Anderson and Chris Hayward and Alan Burns. He's a hero that was in the segment of the Rocky and Bullwinkle cartoon parodied in the 20th century melodrama silent film era. So that's what this cartoon is like. And Dudley Do-Right is a dim-witted, conscientious, cheerful Canadian Mountie, always trying to get his nemesis, Snidely Whiplash, and rescue the damsel in distress, Nell Fenwick. And of course, it was just pure luck because the horse, named horse, always saves the day.
Nice.
Now you put that image on. I mean the song on there. I'll tell you more about that song in a moment.
All right. Yeah.
Now, if you're a trumpet player, you always want to try to play that song. Of course, not very many people can play that. But history says that the trumpeter that played that theme song was a trumpeter named Bromwell Smith. And I couldn't find much information on him, so he's not from the United States, I guess.
Were they the original people who tied damsels in distress to train?
Yeah, at least according to that part of history. Yeah. But anyway, you see Snidely Whiplash is attacking Nell, and of course Dudley Do-Right comes to her rescue.
Backwards on his horse.
Yeah, he rides backwards on his horse.
Yeah.
Because apparently Canadians are backwards or something?
Well, I don't know. I wasn't
What are you
there.
trying to say, Asaph?
I'm just going by history here. But what's interesting about this Dudley Do-Right cartoon, they have some other cartoons that were included, like Underdog. They were all in the same genre there. And there was Tennessee Tuxedo and, let me look at these notes here. Commander McBragg, he was this guy that always told these fictitious stories about what he did, saving the world with toothpicks and cannons and things like that. There was King Oldie and the Hunter, and there was King Leonardo. But finally, on this segment here, there was an actor named William Conrad, known for a television show called Cannon. I don't know if anybody will even remember it. He was a heavy-set detective that always saved the world. He was the narrator to these Dudley Do-Right cartoons. And finally, the actor Brendan Fraser, they did a movie of Dudley Do-Right.
Which isn't that great.
Well, I know. It cost $70 million to make the film.
$70 million?
And it just wasn't even good.
It only grossed $10 million. But
It
if you just like to have fun with Dudley Do-Right, you can watch this because Sarah Jessica Parker was Nell Fenwick in this.
Oh, that's funny.
And the actor Alfred Molina. He was Snidely Whiplash.
What year was that made?
2000?
1999.
99?
Yeah, that's when it was released.
That's like the height of like Brendan. That's like towards towards the end of Brendan Fraser's
And
like career.
that's like mid Sarah Jessica Parker career.
And that's like right after he did The Mummy.
Yeah.
Or was it before? No,
Well, we
The
know
Mummy.
that Sarah Jessica Parker will probably always be remembered for Sex in the City.
Yeah, definitely.
I remember her from Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
The only movie.
Wholesome Scott.
Wholesome.
Well, she played
it's Hocus
wholesome
Pocus,
Nell
which is trying to
Fenwick in
kill
this
children.
film.
It's not that wholesome.
It was fun watching her, and it was fun watching Brendan Fraser. I know this won't be like Academy Award winning, but if you just like fun with Dudley Do-Right, then this is the movie
It's
to
a
watch.
good movie when you're a kid.
Mhm.
It's a good kids movie. I guess like most of the people who were kids, or like who watched Dudley Do-Right growing up, were probably like long dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm still living.
Yeah.
I used to watch it too, so.
Oh, they did a lot of reruns too, for
Well,
sure.
yeah. I wasn't there probably.
Because then
when
they
it
did them like
actually came
they
out.
did them in Nickelodeons or serials back in the old the movie like when everything was in the movies didn't have television. People would go to the movies and they see these Dudley Do-Right cartoons before they started, and yeah. I mean, my dad used to see all these serials all the time, like Lone Ranger and...
Yeah, they all came out around that time. But the Fractured Fairy Tales, you know, what was fun about that was this little fairy would get in the middle of this book, and then the book would close on the fairy.
Nice.
Yeah.
That shows that fairy.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's the way those Fractured Fairy Tales always came on, with this giant book crushing the fairy, and it's the same old plot line. But if you're a Rocky and Bullwinkle and Dudley Do-Right fan, then this is the cartoon to see.
Yep.
Right.
Now I'll end it on that.
Nice. Thanks, Asa.
Sure.
That would probably not hold up in this day and age.
Yeah. Probably not.
Oh well.
All right, and up next we've got Saturday events. So starting at 7 a.m. tomorrow in the Pleasant View neighborhood, which is over by Concord Drive. So they have, it's a Northern Rockers Child Care Garage Sale. So from 7 a.m. to 1, they just have a bunch of clothing and gear and supplies, all for children, and then all the proceeds go to Northern Rockies Learning Center. Up next, we've got the Missoula Farmers Market. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm tired this morning. Missoula Farmers Market, that is by the Red X's, and then we've got the Clark Fork Market, which is by down in Caris Park, and then the People's Market is on Pine Street. And then there's an annual native plant sale that put on by the Montana Native Plant Society. This is at the Clark Fork River Market at 8 a.m., and so that'll be in Caris Park tomorrow. And then, like we just talked about, Bike for Shelter is tomorrow, so check that out, you guys. Like Allie was saying, it starts at 8 a.m. Registration is 8 a.m. out by Community Medical Center.
And you can register late, but you can't register online.
No. And at the Locksaw River tomorrow morning, it's starting at 9 a.m. It's the Locksaw Kayak Clinic. This is for intermediate/advanced boaters. Zootown Surfers is putting it on. And you can learn about kayak instruction, as well as hydrology, scouting rapids, big water kayak techniques, river safety, downriver moves, and much more. Cost of $200. Go to zootownsurfers.com or give 546-0370 a call. Next, we've got a 5-week plein air painting. So this is put on by the Zootown...
Plein air?
Plein air, yeah.
It's the way it's spelled.
Plein, something like that.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, but you can use oils or acrylics to paint your own splendid landscapes outside.
Oh, let's get a close up of that picture. That looks really cool. Loading. And bam!
Yep.
I think that's really cool. I mean, like, I just was looking at his little painting, and I was like, oh, that's actually really nice.
Yeah. Yep. So it's something that you can do. It'll be 5 weeks long.
5 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. And so you can focus on landscape painting basics as well as the challenges and joys of painting in the open air. Yeah. So that'll start tomorrow at 10 a.m. Zootown Arts Community Center. Go to their website, zootownarts.org, or just 549-7555.
I find it interesting. It's like 18 and up. This is like the age group is 18 plus, right? And then you're thinking to yourself, is this like a bar where they put X's on your hand or something? It's like, sorry, there you go.
Only 17. What do those X's mean? I'm only 17. So tomorrow morning is New Zealand Day. This is put on by Fort Missoula and the Roxy Theater starting at 10 a.m. And so the Missoula Cultural Council and the Missoula Youth Rugby Association are gathered to present New Zealand Day. So it's also put on by them. And so they are going to do an all-ages touch, no tackle rugby clinic led by the Missoula Youth Rugby Association. That begins at 10 a.m. at Fort Missoula tomorrow morning. And no experience is necessary. And following the clinic, the Rugby Association hosts a pick-up touch rugby beginning at 1 p.m. And then at 7, the Missoula Cultural Council and the Roxy Theater present the New Zealand Mini Film Festival at the Roxy. $7 for general admission, $6 for seniors, and $5 for students. And up next, we've got Outdoors Fest at Bonner School starting at 11 a.m. It's a free educational and informational festival with an emphasis on outdoor activities. Yeah, Bonner School starts at 11 tomorrow. And the Historical Museum at Fort Missoula, they're having a Heroes at Home free barbecue and music festival. This is for veterans, service members, and their families to connect with the community. And gates open at noon and the festivities run until 6 p.m. It's a free barbecue while supplies last. They have kids' activities, games, music, everything you can want to enjoy a Saturday. And then Camp Days goes on. The last day for Camp Days is tomorrow. It goes on at Zootown Arts Community Center and starts at 2. 2:30 is Grey Gone and the Twig. 3 p.m. is Panther Car. 3:30 is Rossonian. 4 is Western Daughter, 4:30 is Sunblood Stories, and 6 p.m. is Barbecue Time Booyah.
But I don't suggest you go to the 3 o'clock one because they're a band from Bozeman, and go Grizz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you want to go there and heckle them, then you're more than welcome to.
You should heckle
them. Heckle
them.
Bozeman!
But it's a $10 for the one-time entry fee.
And how much is it for all of them? Like 25 bucks? I thought it was 25
like
bucks.
Yeah. Yeah. And then tomorrow at 5 p.m. is the Missoula Community Radio launch party.
Yes.
So, Missoula Community, the radio station is new, and
they're starting a low-powered FM station.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the board.
Oh, are you really?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. I haven't been to a lot of meetings because I always host the meetings on Thursdays, and Thursdays are terrible for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, we're doing the event Saturday, and the mayor...
Yep,
Joel's going to be there.
The mayor will be there, a bunch of musicians, a bunch of people that are interested in the radio community and like to play music and want to get involved.
Yours truly will be there too.
Yeah,
Nice.
ASAP will be there. Nice. Cool. Looks like everyone will be there.
Everyone's going to be there.
Except for me.
Except
I'll be
for you.
rolling burritos. So if you guys get hungry after that, come see me downtown at Taco Dozel. And then at the Rhino, they're doing an Ardbeg Day, a single malt Scotch whiskey tasting. So at the Rhino between 5 and 9, they're going to be showcasing at least different 8 Ardbegs plus some single cask offerings. I'm not quite sure what that is, but I bet if you look it up, you can find out. Or just go tomorrow and find out yourself. And then my last event is the Cigarette Girls Spring Fling. Cigarette Girls Burlesque present Spring Fling with special guest Jacqueline Hyde from Seattle Silk Tees Burlesque. Burlesque show at Monk's, 7 p.m. and 10. Tickets are $10 each or $15 for both shows pre-sale. And then $15 each or $25 for both shows day of show.
Wow.
Yeah, it can get up there. But check out MissoulaEvents.net for more information on any of the events I talked about. And you can also check out the Independent, the newspaper, and the Missoula University website.
Yep.
With that stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what's going on for your weekend events.
And of course, as always, it is Friday, and it is Flagship Fridays. We have a brand new Flagship Friday. It's called 5 Nights at Washington Middle School. And this exactly is my horror of being around these kids or being alone with these kids. It's kind of scary to me. And this is the movie for Flagship Friday presents 5 Days at Washington Middle School.
Hello? Hello? Welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Washington Middle School. As far as I know, Washington Middle School should be the safest place on earth. There is absolutely nothing to worry about, as long as you keep the doors closed and lights on. The only concern is you have to save power. If you run out, they'll find you. So you only need to shut the doors if absolutely needed. Well, good luck and have a good night.
All right. Of course, you can see the whole video online later today. It's great. Of course, this about does it for our full action-packed show. I just want to say thank you to my co-host, Noelle, and ASAP for playing in the background. And I want to thank Hat Lindman and Susan Hay Patrick from the Missoula County Public School System to talk about their bond. There's 2 bonds going to be passed, the elementary and the high school bond, all totaling $158 million.
Yeah.
So look up more information by doing going to mcpsmt.org, or you can go to the the website Education for Missoula.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Allie Fontenot, I want to thank her for joining us and talking about the Watson's Children's Shelter, which is full, 24 kids in it. And then, of course, Susan Kohler, CEO of Missoula Aging Services, and they're talking about, and June is Elder Abuse Awareness Month, so if you're being abused or you're thinking of being abused, you should call the Missoula Aging Services and get some counseling. Just ask them, you never know.
Yeah, I agree.
So, if you want to find out more information and if you want to be on our morning show, Wake Up Missoula, you can log on to our website, wakeupmissoula.wix.com/wakeupmissoula. Click on the Contact Us tab, or you can also contact us through Wake Up Missoula.
Yep, on Facebook, and then you can also like Wake Up Missoula on Twitter, as well as Missoula Community Access Television on Twitter, and Missoula Community Access Television on Facebook.
And we'll be posting the videos, new programs, and stuff on Facebook. You'll see this show and more, all on our website. So, without further ado, I would just like to say good night, good luck, or good day, good luck, because I have the rest of the day off and it's time to party.
Yeah.
So,
have a great weekend, everyone, and we'll see you Monday.